I've gotten some really good responses about the infertility and stuff like that, and just women, an outpour of women contacting me and just telling me about their stories. It's just such a for women, it's something that's hard to talk about a lot of times. And Damon's the one that's kind of really pushed me to talk about it more. I did a clubhouse the other day where I brought in my IVF doctor to talk about more things about infertility and things like that. And we discussed certain things that's been going on. And, you know, it's not always just women. Sometimes men suffer from it, and there's different things that happens and different treatments they do. And we even talked about the different holistic things that you can do, not just Western medicine. And, you know, everything that I had done leading up to go to IVF, I felt like I tried everything. But there's new things happening all the time. A lot of women have sent me different things that they've tried and certain things. So it's been really interesting. I'm learning a lot right now, but, you know, everybody has their story, and it's not even just about infertility. I think for me, it's just a story of pregnancy. And this was my story of my pregnancy, and every woman, every man, we all have our story of either we're going to have a baby or we're not going to have a baby, but that's still a story, and it's still a decision. And it's something that, you know, everybody makes. So I hope that this is just mine. I hope it touches everybody to be vocal about theirs, because for me, it was a big point in my life. And, you know, it was one main point of trauma in my life. So it's made me reevaluate a lot of different things. Are on a different level now for me. So, but yeah.
Any trauma that's spoken out becomes healing.
Yes.
And I thought it was a very powerful. Well, I just love true stories. But my wife, we had a miscarriage, and it's life changing.
Yeah.
But we immediately went back to believing.
Yeah.
You know, immediately. But it was beyond powerful, and I just thought it was a very powerful journey. The emotions could be felt, the passions, the desires, and your determination. You said you knew you were going to have a baby.
Yes.
I think that's calling those things that be not as though they were. Yeah. And a lot of times we find out what we're made of when things don't go as we planned.
Right.
But that was very, 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 very powerful and very heartfelt.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's, I don't know. You were very, very welcoming and very open about your story when I first met you. And that made a huge difference in my life. And, you know, it had maybe been 2 months since it happened. So just hearing that other people go through things makes such a difference. And, you know, in the moment you feel like you're the only person, but it's not that case. And it just when people talk about it, the power of therapy in any shape or form is so healing. So, you know, Damon pushed me to get on stage 2 weeks after it happened. And, I'm glad he did, you know. He was laughing. We were talking about it last night. You know, he was like, I didn't think you didn't have to get up there. And I was like, I didn't even know I had an option not to, but it was a good experience. And I'm happy I have that moment in time documented. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Look who it is. He just came back from.
How you doing? How you doing? I miss y'all. We got to get up real soon. How'd y'all like the show?
Loved it.
Yeah, you know, wait, hold on a second. I'm real proud of Raquel because, again, you know, you guys were with me through that journey. And, you know, actually, we first met you when we came back from Hawaii. And, the bishop and your wife, y'all gave us real confidence in the future because, you said we have a rainbow baby. And it gave me 100% confidence that it was going to happen for us. And I know you can remember, I was like, there ain't even no doubt. And I knew with y'all energy that he was protected. And, that's why I thought it was important for Rocky to screen this for y'all personally, because y'all were with us during the healing process and you also helped us heal, during the, the beginning of the pandemic, we were speaking damn near twice a week. You know what I mean? So just so you know, it did help me and I'm always grateful and I consider y'all family and I definitely appreciate it. And I'm sure there's some people that are having the same kind of journey. And for us, it's like when things happen to us, we know that the only reason why is because we're strong enough to deal with it and that we can help people that aren't as strong. So, if not only us, if we don't learn from it, it's definitely a loss. But also because we're strong enough, we also think if other people don't learn from it, it's somewhat of a loss as well. So we're here to, whoever's been through it, talk about it, help you through it, tell you how we did it, and also to give you confidence that if you dream and your dream is filled with love, it realizes itself to the letter and the T. Because y'all saw us, we drink this life, and I'm actually living in my dream. But I had to dream it ahead of time to know and recognize it when it was happening. So I don't want to take over Rocky's thing, but also she's done a doc, a season of this, what you're seeing, a syllabus, which is a book, a curriculum from the womb to 3 years old, and a children's book, and a magazine. So, I'm proud to be Stedman, Oprah's husband. I'll be Stedman. I'll be a stay-at-home dad. You know what I mean? I'm all good with it. And as you see, it used to be me doing the Zooms. Now it's her, and I love that. And I can't wait to come to each and every one of y'all screenings, and we're going to get back what we was doing. Right. And I'm vaccinated. I got a sore arm, but I'm here.
That's right. 2 shots.
Need 2 shots.
Got 2 shots.
So yeah, I know Bishop, you're gonna do your thing. I'm gonna let y'all do it. I'll be here.
Powerful. But and what's so powerful is I learned something new today. My wife is a rainbow baby.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had forgotten about that. I was meditating on that when I heard that you were going to do the screening, and I started thinking. And I'm like, wow, Yahweh brought it back to my remembrance that I am in between 2 miscarriages. Mm-hmm. So there's one before me and one after me. And so I'm like, wow, I am Kaya, So it was really powerful for me because, our miscarriage, it was a big blow for us. We had 3 little babies and they were all excited to have another baby. And then it didn't happen at that moment. We were all in the room. There was no heartbeat and we were just broken, but we went outside and, we mourned right there, cried, but then we said, we got to do something to keep this memory of what happened alive because we're going on from it.
Right.
We took a family photo and that photo is a monument of what happens when you believe again. And so Rocky, your story is so powerful because, you were believing again and Yahweh answered your prayer because you were determined through your faith that you were going to have the baby that you desired. And now you're walking in answered prayer and it's
Absolutely.
Amazing,
Oh, thank you so much.
It's amazing.
No. Yes, absolutely. I'm bringing tears to my eyes right now listening to your story. But I know the feeling. I know, and for children too, to have to deal with it, they don't really understand that, where's the baby? Right. So, I'm sure how was that conversation had to be hard to explain too. But I'm sure as you got over it as a family, and that's amazing.
Yes.
But yeah.
Let me ask you, Rocky.
Yeah.
I don't mean to take over any other questions, but I do want to ask, did you have the same set of doctors once you went back to try again, or did you start over with a new set of doctors?
No, I wanted to, it's a good question. I had the same ones because I wanted them to know what to look for. And I wanted to face my fears. And I didn't want to be nervous or have some kind of something stand in my way or be unsteady about them ever, because in the end, they were just, they did their job, and that's all that matters. And they helped me deliver a really healthy, happy baby, beautiful baby. I did have to go because of everything. They wanted me to deliver early. So I delivered at 39 weeks. I was induced, and it was like a 14-hour delivery. It wasn't too bad, but 2 hours of pushing, and then it was my whole life changed from there. But that's a good question, because it was, going into like the hospital and everything and meeting certain doctors was really nerve-wracking. Every single doctor's appointment, Damon and I would be on edge, and it was crazy because this time of pregnancy, it was during COVID, so Damon couldn't go into the appointments with me. So he would be sitting downstairs in the car waiting for that phone call of, is everything okay? Or like, do we have to go to the hospital? Like what's going to have to happen right now? So every doctor's visit was nerve-wracking, but it all turned out to the best. And that was definitely something. It was actually amazing having the same doctors, because I was on like a different, like, we had all gone through something together. So we were more family. It was more of such a relationship that they wanted every single moment to succeed. One of the doctors, he was kind of cold. He was just doing his job, kind of cold initially on my first pregnancy, but the second time around, he was a different doctor. Like I didn't even, he was a totally different person. And I was happy I got to experience that side of him as, cause he obviously we had been through something together. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
And I was a blessing because Nicolette was there with us through the whole thing. That's why we dragged her with us to Hawaii, because she, and then, Nicolette was there at the birth. We filmed the whole birth. It's in the documentary. But, and then, I need to show you, I don't know if you guys have seen, the trailer for, the doc that we just put out, but I want to try. Can I show you that? Is that okay if I screen that for you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the trailer for the doc.
I'm feeling so shitty today.
Sorry about the language.
But I called my doctor and she said that I need to stop. You're gonna start the progesterone and oils.
In the tush?
In the tush.
Right here? In this X?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I always dreamed of having a family. I never thought it would be a problem. It's something that you're supposed to be able to do. Like, you're supposed to be able to go to the bathroom. You're supposed to be able to get pregnant.
I just always figured it was timing. I got 4 kids. I can't smoke that much weed that I'm all dried up like that.
I did not know about IVF. I wanted to share my story because people don't talk about it.
Today we're looking at the uterus. It looks beautiful, Rocky. The lining is where the embryos will go later.
We are on day 4, shot time. Endless shots.
She did great. It was a little, challenging.
We did it! The seed has landed! We pregnant! Woo!
Had to come to emergency, had to come check out because we were panicking, but the baby's just fine. Yay! Baby's good.
Everything's good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is not the sort of thing that we ever see in second trimester. Can we fix it? Yeah.
It is something that women are made to feel uncomfortable about and, shunned, almost to feel like guilty that you're not a woman enough. I'm looking forward to trying again.
As females in our society, I think we've been taught to give a lot to other people and to always put ourselves on the back burner. That our needs come last. But I would argue that self-care is needed because it's what allows us to be there and be our best self for someone else.
Getting pregnant is not easy. It's a struggle. It's a process. It's tears. It's blood. It's sweat. It's like, it's emotion.
Okay, today is the first morning. I am starting back on the shots.
I did. I finished.
Oh,
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
awesome.
So, what I like to do is like reflect and, I'm sorry, baby. Oh, come here, I'm sorry. And, I really think about how things were a year ago and we were looking at it as a loss. And a year later, we have a baby. She's in Forbes magazine, a movie. And that's the way, you go from the dark to the light, but you got to choose the light. And we just stayed active. And everything that was bothering us, we put into being creative and something that other people can learn from. Because again,
Powerful.
like the way I look at life is, I guess like no one goes through an untraumatized life, especially because you're always going to lose somebody at some point.
Right.
It's just really about how you deal with it, and we always compare our situations to others. We're like, at least we got each other. Forget the money. It's the love that makes us wealthy.
That's right. That's the main ingredient.
And so I'm so proud of her and how strong and how good she looked while she being strong and the amount of things she was able to accomplish while being pregnant, and all our concerns just went into just our dreams. So whenever you worry, just dream. Instead of worrying, dream. And then you get to work on something. You have something to look forward to. I hate the past being weight. I love the future. It makes me lean and fast. And I just learn from the past, And I always know stop it. I know that everything happens for a reason. So again, I don't like to take over her stuff.
That's very powerful, my brother.
I'm so proud.
Very powerful.
Dr. Chris, what's happening? How you doing?
Hey. The trailer was very, very compelling, very provocative.
Thank you.
Yahweh bless you and Rocky. I mean, it's just a beautiful story. And there's a lot of stigma and a lot of shame around infertility. And especially people, women and men who experience pregnancy loss. So you all are doing ministry work. This is ministry work, and this is going to heal those who have not had children. I haven't had a child, and I'm a woman of advanced maternal age, as they describe. And just to see your testimony is powerful. So whenever I see Dusko, first of all, he's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Whenever I see him, I just think about Yahweh. I think about how Yahweh brought the two of you two into our lives. And I just think about what Yahweh's doing through you. You are ministering through this process. You are creating hope for someone else. And that's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I love that.
Yes.
And Dr. Chris, we waiting for you to have a super baby. We already know what that's going to be.
Absolutely.
And we still waiting for our autograph. We just see you on TV all day. So
yes.
It's not even like you ain't been. I see you. I turn the TV. There you go.
Yes.
All channels.
Well, tomorrow they bring her in the studio and seeing it.
Can we just say? Can we just remind? Let's rewind. And I was like, once they get a whiff of her, it's never gonna stop. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
I said that once they even see you, it's gonna be a wrap for everybody. And
You said that.
And again, if you could visualize what it's gonna look like 5
Can you
years.
see
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Tradition. All right.
Hey.
Long show.
I wanted to show the love.
I love it.
Also, she's gonna keep talking. I got something to show y'all real fast, but you keep talking.
Okay. I'm
the series, Rocky, what really stood out to me is when you said that speaking out about it is a form of therapy for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you highlighted how once you spoke out about it and once you talked about your experience, you realized that you weren't alone.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's something that people definitely need to hear, because a lot of times when people go through something traumatic or they go through a trying time in their life, they feel as if they're alone. And so for me, watching this, gives me the impression that people are going to also be encouraged just the same way that Bishop and Apostle Pastor Passion encouraged you.
Yes.
So that's what I feel that this is going to do for other people. And I think that this is something that you can definitely begin to continue to build on and take pride in being an overcomer in. No. And like Dr. Apostle Chris said, Dusko is definitely gorgeous. And every time we see him, he is answer prayer. And to see how that Hashem Yahweh plays a part in your encouragement is also great. So that's something that you want to continue to do for other people as well.
No, thank you. Thank you. And honestly, it was hard to speak out about it. But as soon as I did, I feel so grateful. Because, you know, in the moment, it's like hard and you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'd rather just stay in this dark place. But why stay in that dark place when you could go to the light? Like it's easy to get stuck there. It's easy to just like, you know, wallow in your own darkness. But when you have something to look forward to or a purpose or, you know, you want to share this with other people, it really makes it so much better. So much better. So it's like, I did have my morning time where I took 2 weeks to myself completely. And I just, you know, Damon took my phone. He eliminated everything baby in the house. He took all triggers away so that like, I wouldn't be triggered to be emotional or anything. Like took away all the apps on my phone, deleted all the apps on my phones. I would send like reminders about this week, your baby's doing that, deleted everything. And that was a huge help. You know, just having a partner that's there to make with the best intent to make sure that you're getting through and being so positive and being so supportive and like walking you off that dark ledge when you need it, you know, being able to say, no, I'm not feeling, you know, this is making me emotional, and being able to talk to you about it and figure out why that moment is making you sad. And then giving you a different perspective on maybe you don't have to look at it like that. You should look at it like this. And, you know, he's a person that's been through significant amount of trauma in his life. You know, he lost his mother at 15 and he lost Aaliyah when he was older. And it was just like, those are huge people in his life. So, he was able to really help me, in this moment by, you know, telling me so many things like how to relook at life and how to think, you know, not to let things make me sad, but almost to make me happy. You know, if something is triggering an emotion, make it be a happy emotion. Don't let it be a sad emotion, but you're allowed to mourn and
yes,
you're allowed to mourn. Let yourself do that mourning, but you know, take that time and then come out of it and be strong for everybody else, because, you know, there's no need to be in the dark room all the time.
Right. And then you also highlighted how in the process you had like Nicolette there as a friend, and that's something that we're always highlighting, and something that like even when Apostle Pastor Passion and I communicate, or like Bishop is always teaching the beauty of true friendship and how true friendship is counsel. Yeah. And so I believe that that's very important too, to have people in your corner to push you into becoming a dreamer again after you suffer a significant loss. And I think that was an important part for you on your journey, and for all of other people when they're struggling or they're having tough times as well.
Yes, absolutely. Like I really found out who the strong people were in my life in that moment, like the ones that were really there for me. And the ones that are really there for the right reasons. So, yeah, it was, you know, I wouldn't change anything for the world. Everything happens for a reason. So, and I learned from every moment, but yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, one of the reasons is because, everyone here, you're ministering to them. There's some people here who have been trying to have children, and at this time they haven't been able to produce their child. Mm-hmm. There's some people here. So I think what amazes everyone here is we see how Yahweh has called you to minister to people here. Yeah. You know, and that's beyond powerful. Wow. And once again, it just shows you how Yahweh ordains things. What I remember, because I was privy to the conversation Do It All had with Mr. Dash, and he said, "Look, I ain't coming to church, man." He said, "No, I'm coming no effing church." So we never planned on you guys hearing a message. Yeah. You know, we planned on you hearing the music. But the thing is, through Do It All and Shock Be Taping, you did hear a message. And that was the plan. We didn't know about that. So it's what I'm only in is what you don't know. And for instance, what you're saying now, I know that Yahweh is using you, which is another confirmation that you were called into people's lives on this Zoom and giving them strength where they didn't get it from church, didn't get it from anywhere else. Mm-hmm. Some didn't even get it from prayer, but I know they got it from you. Aww. And that right there is powerful.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. That means a lot. And this week is National Infertility Week, and it is 1 in 8 women suffer from this. And it is not an uncommon thing. And it's just something that we just don't talk about. And as women, again, you made to feel like this is the one thing that you should be able to do. You can go to the bathroom naturally. You should be able to have kids naturally. And if you can't do it, you feel broken. And that's how like a lot of women feel. And they're embarrassed to talk about it because you don't feel like you're complete or something's happened. And, you know, stuff happens in our lives. Like I was really dedicated to kind of focusing more on my career. So I kind of put having kids towards the back burner. I was like, my grandmother's got, 9 siblings. It shouldn't be a problem, and then trying, it just didn't happen. And then, time kept on slipping away. And, I went through all the holistic things, trying to do acupuncture, did lots of herbs, did lots of different things to enhance to all the vitamins I could did stuff for him, did, tons of Reiki, spiritual crystals, sound baths, everything you could imagine. And it just wasn't working. I tried, the next step was like Clomid, and that didn't work. And then after that, there was, IUIs, and IUIs didn't work. And then it was the conversation for IVF. And, my advice to, anyone that's putting their career, first right now is if you have the ability to freeze eggs, go ahead and do it. You never know what's going to happen. And those are safe, and they're in a place, and they're always there for your family or for anything that happens. So, like I had the conversation with my brother. I was like, you guys are, in your 30s. You need to, if you want to keep focusing on your careers, I say freeze your eggs. You're younger now. Your eggs will be at a better quality right now, and then you can do what you want, and you'll always have that, and just in case. So at 35, your quality of egg starts to diminish, and you're actually put on like an old woman type of list once you get 35. And so you're just like pretty much you're at high risk pregnancy. So like you get kind of like a whole new wristband, you get ushered and treated differently at the hospital. Which at 35, I don't feel like I'm old, but back in the day, girls are able to have babies at 14. So 35 is older in that relation. So I just think it's just a very interesting topic. IVF it's been around for years, but the technology and everything that they have right now for it is really amazing and remarkable. I thought it was really interesting just learning some of the statistics. and doing like this documentary that, you know, like 1.5 babies in the world are born through IVF. So that's really tiny. But, you know, 1 in 8 women suffer from infertility. 25% of women, like what are some of the, so only 10 states in the country offer insurance for infertility things. So it's only 10 out of 50 states. That's pretty low. That's any infertility, like help at all on your treatments. And I know even in California, I didn't get it wasn't full insurance coverage. It was just a couple blood work tests and certain things like that. It wasn't even full coverage. So it is definitely a commitment, and it's something that should be talked about. But I did learn that there are grants out there for women. I think it's called Resolve, and they have grants to help women on their journey, and they do give away and money to help women have a baby. And my doctor, she was the one that told me about it, but she does see a lot of women come in with these grants and certain things. So there are some things out there for women, and I think there will be more the more the conversation is talked about more. And I think we just need to figure out what also is causing this decline in fertility. If it's food, if it's plastics, if it's what it is that is causing this. Because I've got a health is wealth show. I do exercises. I eat good. I do yoga. It's like, you know, it's not like I eat bad food every day and do certain things, you know. I don't think going into this, I wasn't thinking that I would be the one that would be suffering from something like that. So you never know. But yeah.
Your miracle is powerful because you were determined to keep going. Like you didn't stop at one thing.
Yeah.
Like you were exploring in your journey as to how to bring your dream to life. I think that's really that's amazing, because you were, you know, though you were fearful, having gone through what you went through, you were still determined. And that takes a lot of faith.
Yeah.
Just say, I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing until I get what my dream is. And
yeah.
Now you behold.
I'm holding my dream. Yes. I'm living in my dream right now, every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can't give a transmitter. Awesome.
You're a superhero, Rocky, to so many people.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. If you have any more questions, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and watch this and support me. I really appreciate it so much. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, or let me know, we can close it out, whatever you guys want to do.
Well, we're very thankful, and things will get greater, all of us.
Amen.
Yeah. So it's been a pleasure. It's always fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Good.
Aww.
Very good to see you.
You too. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And you guys have
Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rocky.
Oh no.
Let me call you right back.
Hold on. Oh.
So one more thing. I know it's been taking a long time, but you know, you got the hats. But I finally think, because y'all wanted the black socks.
Whoa! Check it out!
Black socks.
So, we'll order them up. You know, this is the color y'all wanted. So we finally got back with the sock factory. I know y'all seen my CEO basketball shorts, but my fashion game has evolved. It just takes time. But we got a lot to do. I didn't forget. There's just a bunch going on right now. You know what I mean? But I feel like we got to get back up and get back on track. Cause, you know, I'm vaccinated now. I'm ready to work. I told you I wasn't gonna come outside until the vaccine. Oh yeah, one more thing.
Show it to her.
Yeah, let me show you my babies. This is the dream. Get closer, baby.
Hey. Wow. Right there. You got some.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Rocky's got 2 little bills.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dreams come true. Dreams come true. Remember that. Dreams come true.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.